today is about citation software packages, but due to the shortage of time, Farooq Shahzad just told me that he is only going to talk about using Mendeley, which is very commonly used, and how to organize that information. Farooq Shahzad, if you attended a previous session, is our chief librarian, and he's very well qualified and very well experienced. But I won't leave much time anymore, and I would move on straight to Farooq. Farooq, over to you.
Thank you,
You have
Ma'am
a lot to
Rukhsana,
cover.
thank you for inviting me for this session. And before starting, I would just like to share my screen. So I hope all of you to see my screen. So before moving on to the practical demonstration, I would just like to cover a few important concepts in citation managers. So I'll quickly just go through this short presentation. Uh, what is citation? Basically, a citation is a way of giving credit to individuals for their creative and intellectual works that you utilize to support your research. And it can also be used to locate particular sources and to combat plagiarism, to avoid plagiarism. So why cite? Obviously, you give citation to avoid plagiarism. This is one of the main objectives of giving the citations. And then you have some other objectives also, which you can achieve from citations. To give credits to others for their work, to add credibility to your work, showing that you use credible information sources, and to help show how your work is related to previous work, to help readers understand the context and find further information. Well, typically, if you talk about the book citation, that can include author, title, place of publication, publisher, copyright date, pages, and so on and so forth. And underneath, you can see two formats. You can see the reference in MLA format, and you can see a reference in APA format. Similarly, an article citation can include author, article title, journal title, ISSN, page numbers, and then the other information. It might also include the database name, the access date, and below you can see the two formats like MLA format and the APA format. You can see the citations of the article. What are various citation types? There are two basically citation types that you use. In-text citations that you use while you're writing research articles, like you use parentheses for this, and you follow different formats for giving in-text citations, like author, date, and then you have you give numbers as well in ACS. And the second is the reference list. You give all the details of the reference at the end of your research work. Well, again, there are two types in text citation. The first is the parenthetical citation. Studies have indicated that air pollution is bad for a person's health. You see, then there is in-text citation, Smith 2012. So you have given the author and the year. Then there is narrative citation. Sometimes you have to mention that, like according to Jones and Lee, according to, and then you add the author's name, and then you give the year in parentheses. So that is called narrative citation. So what is a citation style? A citation style basically provides all the rules and regulations about the punctuation, about the formatting, in particular specific styles. Like if you follow according to your subject areas, like if you follow APA, it gives you various styles, and then you have the Chicago Manual of Style, then you have MLA handbook as well, and then there are many other styles as well that you can follow according to your subject areas. Citation systems. There are three different in-text citation systems for referring to a date. Like previously, I have mentioned that there is author date system where you give the author name and then you give the year. Then you have numerical citation followed in ACS. So basically, you give the number one, two, three, and you use these numbers in superscript format or italic format, and then you give the reference in footnotes. Notation system. You put the source reference in a footnote or endnote. So these are some popular citation styles that are followed by discipline. MLA is used in humanities, APA in psychology, education, social sciences. Similarly, Chicago is also used in history and humanities, Thrabian humanities, social sciences, Harvard, basically economics. Then you have Vancouver, and ACS is for chemistry. Uh, Again, then you also follow types of citations according to these citation styles. Like I've previously mentioned that there are few citation types that you can follow, like author date, author page number. Then you can also give footnotes. You can give numeric. So, like ACS and Vancouver follow numeric citation styles. So, what are basically citations managers and citation tools do? So, first of all, you have the requirement of citation. So that leads you to give citations. So you follow specific citation styles according to your subject areas. And then if you follow some subject specialist, you follow citation styles, you need to build citations according to that citation style. And to build citation, you would need citation tools. Then these there are various citation tools that are being used nowadays, like Zotero, EndNote, Mendeley, Reference Manager. Some of them are free, some of them are license-based. So you have to pay some money for, acquiring the license. Like EndNote is a license-based software. Then you also have some web tools as well. Like if you see EasyBib, citethis4me.com, and then you have other citationmachine.com. So you have these tools which you can use to create citations and build citations for your research work. What citation manager do for you? Basically, as faculty members, you involve you many of you faculty members remain involved in research in some way or the other. So all of you have gone through this laborious task of creating and preparing references, even including in-text citations as well as bibliography at the end of your research work. So you would be aware that how lengthy and time-consuming task it is. So citation managers makes this task easier for you. You can collect sources of information on your topic. You can import citation information from various sources, and you can upload your PDF files. You can attach your PDF files and you can organize your sources into specific folders. And then above all, you can use cite while you write in while you're creating while you're writing your research papers or your research work. You can give citations on the go. And then you can also generate bibliographies in desired citation styles. This is basically a short overview of EndNote, Zotero, and Mendeley. EndNote, obviously, it's a high quality software. It's a licensed software, so you have to pay money to acquire the license of that particular software. So that was the main reason that in previous year we used to give hands-on training on EndNote, but as it is a licensed software and we have only limited licenses at FCCU. So this year we thought that we should go for a free version, freeware software, which is freely available, so that you faculty members have this opportunity to practically use that software. And so that's why we decided to use Mendeley this year. Zotero is also a freeware software for reference manager. Mendeley, you can access Mendeley, you can download Mendeley from this www.mendeley.com. It's a freeware desktop and a web-based program as well. So you can log in and you can log in on the desktop version and you can log in on the web version as well. And then you can sync the information between the two. So if you want to watch a tutorial, there are tutorials on the YouTube as well as on the following link as well. It's a free academic software, uses cross platforms like Windows, Mac, Linux, mobile phones, and all it works well on all major browsers. So to see how it works, we'll head on to the practical demonstration of Mendeley to see the various features of Mendeley. So before moving on to the Mendeley, I'll show you from where you can download Mendeley. You can go to this mendeley.com, and then you would have this, if I go back, uh, move forward, you will have this download Mendeley desktop for Windows. So this is good for Windows 7, 8.1, and 10 version. So if you download and if you install this version, you would be able to use that. But before using, you would require to create a sign-in. So you can create sign-in on the web as well by clicking this, by clicking the create account button. So you can click this create account and then you can create your account and then you can log in. You can do that from after installation from Mendeley desktop as well. So I've already created login, so it has taken me straight to my login page. Uh, as you see, I have already logged in. So if I sign out, I can log in back again, and or you if you click create, it will take you to a short form where you have to provide your username, password, email, and then you would be able to create your account. So once you have installed Mendeley, you can simply run this software from Mendeley desktop, and you will be asked to provide your login, which you have created. So once you provide login, it will take you to this interface. This is basically the main interface of the Mendeley desktop. Uh, Currently, it shows you a bit deserted look as you don't see anything on that. So what you need to do is that you need to populate this with with references, with citations, by creating a manual entry, or you can import directly from web from various sources like JSTOR, ScienceDirect. Then it has also various plugins which helps you to import citations from various sources. So to populate that, first method is that you can simply add entry manually. So you can go to file, add entry manually. So if you are adding entry for a journal article, you can select journal article. If you're adding entry for a book, you can select book. So for example, you can give the title of the book, Principles Marketing. Then you can provide authors. So if you want to add more authors, click enter and you can add uh, the joint authors. And then the publication, year, pages, then you can add other information as well. Like you can add your own tags if you're working on a specific area. You can give the information uh, in this field. Then the city shows where it is published, like New York. You have further information, editor, publisher, and if this is an article, you can attach the PDF files too. So if you click save, it will save your entry over here, and you will see that you have one entry now. It is basically table format. You can view it in the citation styles as well, in reference styles. So you have created one entry, that is a method to create manual entry. Then what else you can do is that you can directly import citations or import files even. So if you have some files on your desktop, like you have downloaded some articles, so what you can do is that, for example, there's an article on marketing libraries is a team effort. So what I would do is that I would drag and I would drop that file over here. So you see, but it can make mistakes. So while, so this is not a recommended way of adding references. uh, as you see, it shows no title and it shows few other characters too. So it means that you have to enter the title manually. So the better way is to have citation imported directly from various sources and then attach files. Similarly, if I add and drop, that drag and drop this file too, here it will, you see that in previous it made error, but over here it has provided you correct reference. So it is prone to errors. Sometimes it can provide you correct information, uh, but sometimes it can make mistakes depending on how it reads various files. So this is another way to add files. So you have the PDF attached to it, and you don't have to attach the PDF. You can simply view the PDFs over here. Like if you click this PDF file, you can see this PDF, and it has various options. Like you can highlight a paragraph if you want to highlight. So you can click that, and you can drag, so that particular area will be highlighted. You can choose the colors as well, and then you can zoom in, zoom out depending on your comfortability. And then you can use this pen option as well to drag up and down and browse various pages. So I'll close this PDF and I'll go back to this Mendeley. So this was one way you can, add citations by directly importing files. You can directly import citation files as well from various sources. Like if you're working on JSTOR, and if you're, using an article from JSTOR, I'll go to the JSTOR, like, and I am waiting for it to respond. Yes, now it has responded. So I'll write any term, like I'm working on information literacy. I'll type information literacy, and I'll click search. I'm waiting for the results. So once you have the results, what you can do is that you have the option of giving citations. Like you want to cite this journal article, you want to download it, and you want to cite it. So first of all, you need to download. So I'll click the download option. Is taking some time to download. In the meanwhile, what we can do is that, or it has downloaded. So I'll save it on my desktop. So I'll click desktop, and I can rename the file or leave as it is. So we have downloaded the file over here, and then I'll go back to the JSTOR again. And I need to cite it. So I'll click cite. You can choose any option like APA. You can copy or you can export a citation in various formats. From Mendeley, the RIS file works. So you have to download this RIS file whenever you are working on various databases. So you have this file downloaded, and now you would have to load this file on add files. You can go to this downloads, and then you would see that this is the citation. So you have to double click that, and you see that the you can see the citation in front of you in tabular format, and then you can attach the PDF file to it. So you can add files. So I'll have to give the path of that file. So this was the article. So now you would see that the PDF is attached to the citation. So in this way, you don't have to search the PDF files which you are using for your research work, and your organization of your research articles. It is way more easier as compared to, because sometimes when you are working on your research, it happens that you do forget that where you saved particular articles that were useful for you. So you have to spend a lot of time on finding those articles and so on and so forth. So these softwares helps you in that way as well. Well, this was another way. You can download citations from Science Direct. You can download citations from Google Scholar. So every major database provides you this facility of downloading citation in RIS format or any other format. Like if you search drug abuse, and you want to cite this and you want to download this article, so what you need to do is you have to click this cite option, and again you have this endnote. Endnote uses that RIS format. So once you click that, a similar file will be opened, and you can directly open that in Mendeley. Another method is using the Mendeley web importer. Well, for that, you need to go to the tools, and you need to install web importer. So you need to click this install web importer, and you need to click this get web importer for Chrome. It will take you, it will be an extension that will be downloaded, which will work on Google Chrome. So you can download that. It is already installed on my computer, on my laptop. So you can see I don't have the option of install. uh, I only have this remove from Chrome because I have already installed that. So if you go to Science Direct, and if you search any topic like library services and click search, you would see your results. And if you go to your extensions, like on this top right hand corner, you have this extension option, and you have this Mendeley web importer. So if you click that, it will start working on getting information from this web page, and it will show you uh, the references, like 25 references detected on page, with PDFs as well, where open PDF, open access PDFs were available. Like on the top you see this PDF, you can view this PDF. So if you want to download this, what you need to do is that you need to click the citations, where it is not finding the PDF, it is saying the PDF not found, and then you can click this add button. So I've checked this box and I'll click add. So it will be automatically updated to my online library. And then if I want to see it over here, I need to sync this with my online library. So I'll click sync. Now you see this enhancing academic library services. So the citation that you selected from the science track, it is downloaded. So this is how the web importer works, and you would see that the PDF is also automatically downloaded, so you don't have to download PDF separately from first of all you need to download citation, and then you download the PDF. It is automatically done through web importer. So it works best on Science Direct. It also works good on JSTOR and Google Scholar. So at some other sites, it may make some mistakes in reading references. So for example, if there are 20 references on a particular page, it might read less number of references. So again, it depends on how it works. Then again, if you go to this web version of this Mendeley, so I've signed in. You can search for articles from over here as well, like drug abuse. If you search articles, you would see the results over here, and it will show you that it is open access and the PDF is also available or not. So you can add the citations or download the PDFs from over here as well. Like you can click this view PDF. The PDF is open access available over here, and you can add the citation to the library. So now you can view that in library. So once you click this view in library, it will take you to the online web-based version, and it will take you to the library, and you will see this reference over here in your online library. And again, if you want to see it over here in Mendeley desktop, you need to click this sync option. So now you see it has added it has added another citation. So this is the way you can add citations in various ways in Mendeley. And then you can create watch folders as well. You can create folders, you can create watch folders, and I'll show you how it is done. So you can add folder to organize your research. Like for example, if you're working on your research, or if you are working on a particular research paper, and you can add create folder. You can rename, you can name that folder like COVID-19. For example, I'm writing an article on COVID-19. You can create the folder and you'll see the folder over here. If you click create folder again, you will see this, you can rename that. And like you're working on information literacy or fake news or anything, you can write that. so that you can save your citations in these folders. So what you could do is that, for example, if this is related to information literacy, you can drag and you can drop that citation into your specified folder. So if you click that folder, now you have seen that there is one citation which I have dragged and dropped in that specific folder. So this is how you can organize your research work. So for example, if you're working on PhD thesis, you can create a folder for PhD thesis, and then all the relevant articles you can save in this particular folder. Then the watch folder, it is similar, like you can drag and drop the PDF files. So if you don't want to do that, what you can do is that you can create a watch folder. So what is a watch folder? So what you can do is that you can specify any folder. Like over here, if you see, I have specified information and digital literacy in my E drive as a watch folder. So it means that whenever I will save a particular PDF file into that folder, this particular software, that is Mendeley Desktop, it will read that file and it will automatically update the citation, and it will upload the PDF file over here as well. So I'll show you how it works. So for that, we will download any paper. I'll go back to the JSTOR again on the results page. And I would need to download any article. My Google Chrome is working slow, so it's taking time. I'll go back to the JSTOR. And for example, this is the results page, and the search JSTOR information literacy. So for example, you want to download this article. So I will do is that I will download that particular file directly into that folder, and you will see what happens. I'm just waiting for it to download. So it will take some time to download. So click this option, and I'll go to PC, and I'll go to the work, and I'll select information and digital literacy, which I have selected as a watch folder, and I'll save this file over here. So once I click save, now you would see that this particular citation. So it was keeping a watch on that particular folder. And as soon as that file was downloaded and saved in that particular folder, it not only uploaded the PDF file into Mendeley, but also gave you the citation. So this is how basically the watch folder works. So now in view, if you go to the uh, view option, you can see that you can choose library as citation. So it will show you all as citations in a formatted style. So you can select both options, according to your comfortability. Like if you want to see library as a table, you can select that, or if you want to see library as a citation, you could do that as well. And on the right hand side, you can see the details of any of these files. So Now you can also create groups as well. So for example, if you're working with your colleagues, or if you're working with two other persons, or as uh, authors on a particular article, what you can do is that you can create groups. So once you click this create group, you can name your group like I'm writing an article with a couple of other persons on COVID-19. So I'll name it as COVID-19 and I'll create group. So what it does is that it basically asks you to invite people. So you'll give the email addresses of those people you want to invite. And then right now, I don't have that. So what I'll do is that I'll skip that. So it will create that group. So what it shows that basically whatever citations and whatever references you will save in this group, all the people that are invited to this group will be able to see these citations and collaborate well on the research papers. So if I click all documents, you would see that you can delete citations. So if, for example, if I want to delete this citation, I can delete that. And the deleted citations you can see in all deleted documents. So, and if you want to, for example, restore these citations, what you can do is that whatever citations you want to restore, you can click and you can select, and then you can click this restore option, and these citations will be restored, and you can see those in your documents. Then this is the organizer basically. So then you can add tags as well. For example, I'm working on information literacy. So what you can do is that you can add tag like information literacy, or you could keep this IL. So I'll save that, and then I'll go to the next. So this is also related to the information literacy, for example. So I'll tag it again IL, and then what you can do is that you can sort out the references like filter by authors, filter by my tags, or filter by publication. So if you filter by my tags, you would see all the tags you have used for organizing your research. For example, you'd see the IL over here. So currently in under IL, I have two citations, and you would see all those citations. So in this particular way, basically it helps you to organize your research and accelerate your research in a better way. So you don't need to spend time finding specific articles, for example, for your literature review, for your results page, data analysis, and so on and so forth. So I'll go back to the all documents again, and all. So you will see all options over here. And then in tools, you have different options. Like if you don't find any particular detail, currently generically these fields author abstract. So while you are creating manual entry, you would see basically these categories while you are creating manual entry. So if you need any other information, you can, like, if you want to give information on ISBN, ISSN, or any other PMID for articles, or any other information, data access for web resources. You can select all those information and you can provide the information, and you have to click apply, and then you click OK. So whenever you click this add manual entry, you would be able to see these uh, options over here, your new options according to the category. Then in tools, if you go back to options, you have this file organizer. So file organizer basically helps you to organize your files into your computer. Like you have title journal. So whenever you save uh, particular files, what it does is that it basically saves those file according to the criteria given over here. Like it will save the file name with author plus year. So automatically it will convert the name of the file to author and year. And this is the folder that where you can see the full text. If you want to see and the title or the journal name, you can simply move the journal over here. So if you don't want to see the journal title, you can move back it over here. So what it does is that whenever you attach PDF files, for example, over here, if I attach a PDF file over here, see this one. So you see that the file name is not organized. So what I'll do is that I'll go to this and I'll attach the PDF file. So what it does is that it will save to your, now you see over here, it has saved as author plus year. It is the format that you have specified. It has automatically renamed the file to author plus the year. So this is how you can, save your time by every time you have to save the file by author and year. Over here what you can do is that you can define one time that every file I attach, it should automatically convert, it should automatically rename that file to author and year. Then watched folder, I've told you how watch folder works. So any, you can rename the watch folder, or you can specify multiple watch folders according to your needs and requirements. So this the rest of the three are not that important. They work with BibTeX, Zotero, and then there's other is for setting up connection, which you don't have to. So another tool that you need to do is that you have to install the web importer, and then you have to install the MS Word plugin to use the site value write feature. So I have already installed. So what it is saying that uninstall MS Word plugin. So whenever you would log in first time, it will ask you, it will give you the option of installing Microsoft Word plugin. So you have to click that. It will hardly take 30 seconds and it will install a small exe. So if you go to the Microsoft Word, and then after installation of that plugin, you would be able to see this insert citation option, the Mendeley option over here in Microsoft Word. So what you need to do is that you need to install citations, or you need to give citations both in text and create bibliography at the end of the article. For example, this paragraph you have taken, you have used from someone's other's work, and you want to cite it over here. What you can do is that you can click this insert citation option, and you can search the library for, like for example, I took that from this particular article. So you can search particular any articles, and so if you want to use this reference, and if you want, sometimes you have to give a couple of other references as well. You can give other references at the same time as well. So if you click OK, you could see that it has added the in-text citation, but you currently don't see bibliography. So over here, you can see that it is using APA style. You can move to other styles as well, like Chicago, or you can move back to APA. So if you want to insert the bibliography as well, so you have to click this insert bibliography option, and it will be updated as well. So whenever whenever you will be keep updating and adding in-text citations and updating bibliography, it will add citations to it. For example, I will add another citation over here. Yeah, okay. Okay. So you see, it has automatically added not only the in-text citation and then, but also the bibliography at the end of that. So this is basically parenthetical citation. So sometimes you need to provide narrative citation, like you want to say that according to Colson. So what you need to do is that, for example, according to, you need to type the author name, and then you need to insert citation. So over here you see it has added the author name again. So what you need to do is that you need to select this citation, and you need to go to this edit citation option, and click over here and suppress author. So if you click suppress author, so according to Colson 2015, that then you can continue the rest of the paragraph as it is. So this is how you can give narrative citation. Now, in case of the definition, sometimes you have to add the page numbers as well. So how to add page numbers? You can simply click edit citation, click over here, and like I took this definition from page number 75. You can add 75 and then you can click yes. Okay. So now you see it has also added the page number as well. So this is how basically, you can add in-text citations into Microsoft Word using Mendeley as well. So you would see this Mendeley options in references. So if you install EndNote, for EndNote, you would see there is a separate tab for EndNote X7, which also have the similar features that currently you have seen over here. Basically, these are the features that are used for in-text citations. So we are almost coming to the end of our session today for the practical demonstration, and I think we have 5 or 6 minutes left to take up any questions related to our session today.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Farooq. I think citation managers, as we all know, there are various types, and there are some paid and there are some unpaid ones. EndNote, I think, wants you to
Yeah.
subscribe to it after a certain period of time, while among the top ones are Mendeley and Zotero that are used very commonly. Many of you have asked why not Zotero and why Mendeley. And very quickly, and correct me, Farooq, if I'm wrong, Mendeley gives you, though Zotero gives you more options to access databases, I think Mendeley is the one that allows you to use them more amicably, either web-based or PDF, or am I saying it the other way around, Farooq?
Mental is actually, it depends on the personal choice of each and every individual, which database someone choose. There's a difference. There's hardly any difference in these databases. Almost same. If you see the chart that we provided, it almost offer the same functionality. So it depends which desktop, which software you're comfortable with in using to, and almost with all the features. Mendeley is commonly used, mostly used software
Yeah,
from freely available versions. So that's why I chose Mendeley
yeah.
instead of Zotero.
Yeah, thank you. you talked about errors in citation managers, and you talked about how to make sure
Yeah.
that those errors don't, and I think that answer has been taken care of. There was another question, how
Yeah.
to figure out fake citation managers. And I did not know that there is an option of fake citation managers. What does that mean? How do you figure? I mean, what does that mean really? I didn't understand the question.
Actually, there are no. I would say that there are no fake citation managers
Yes.
out there.
Yeah.
If there are any, I would have known by now. But what you do is that there are different tools, like web citations, where you can create citations. Like I've told that citethis4me.com, EasyBib, and there's citationmachine.com where you can create citations. There are many tools, but I haven't heard of any fake. There are fake journals, there are fake
Yeah, but I
conferences,
haven't
but
heard.
yeah,
Neither have I.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you're right. So I think that question, I was a bit confused that there is options of not getting authentic resources for search articles or so on, but citation managers are paid or unpaid and differ by either they are numerical or they are in
yeah,
parentheses textual.
yeah,
And of course, there are different styles that in which you reference, and the different styles that are commonly used are APA, are ALA, and Chicago. But all of these you can you do the settings according to your requirement in the citation manager. That will help
exactly,
you state your the references in whatever style you want. There was a question about computer science and what citation style is the best, and I think Chicago is the best for computer science by and large. But every journal does give you options on the way it wants its articles to be referenced for publication, and you should
yeah,
read those terms very carefully, how the journal wants it. There was what is more hardy, again, I think we responded to that. Mandalay or Zotero, both are equally good. Both give a widespread of access and import of the resources, and both go a wide way of writing those citations.
exactly.
So, there's one question for you, Farooq. How do I get an EndNote subscription through FCCU library? And I don't know if we are doing any such subscriptions for our faculty.
Currently, we are having three licenses for EndNote. So, in order to use a license version of the EndNote, faculty members would need to go to the Information Commons and ask for the EndNote facility. We have three systems over there where we installed EndNote, and at a single, these three licenses mean that at a single point of time, at any given time, not more than three people can use EndNote license version.
Okay, thank you. I think so that facility is there, so you can
Yeah,
avail it.
yeah.
I have two questions, one from Naeem and one from Mavish Batul, but I think they're similar. Is saying about how do I import a reference from an EndNote to a Word document, that is one. And the other is how to modify output style in Mendeley when a journal style is not matching the MLA or other
Yeah.
styles for the bibliography. And I think they would require a similar pathway. Please explain.
You can do that in Mendeley as well, and then you can have this option in Word as well. So you can, if you select any citations, and if you want to um, change the citation style, uh, you would have this option over here.
Share your screen, Farouk, your
Uh,
screen is
okay.
not shared.
I need to share my screen again.
Please do.
So you can do that easily in Mendeley. So you can select all your references, and you can move to view citation style. Then you have different citation styles over here, like APA. Currently, it is set as Chicago. So if you select APA, it will change that to APA. So
Okay.
once you click view as library as citation, then over here you would see the difference. So actual difference would be here in formatted citations. So if I select some other style like Chicago, there will be difference. So it
Hmm.
will change that according to Chicago.
Hmm.
So
Excellent.
you can do that in Mendeley. You can do that even in Word as well, Microsoft Word as well.
Hmm. Okay, I got another. I think there was a question in how do you italicize your references in Mendeley? Is it to be done manually, or is there again option for that?
You don't have to worry about that. The Mendeley will do it for you.
Okay.
So that's what that's the hassles that you are prevented by using these reference management softwares.
Hmm.
It will
Um,
automatically do that.
you showed about conversion of different formats of citation right now. So that was another question. There is a question about footnotes and endnotes. Uh, how does that fit into a citation manager?
Actually, numeric, you have to give the citation as numbers. So, for
Yes.
example, probably I will try and over
Share your
here.
screen again, please.
Okay, that's I think using ACS.
Hmm.
So, if you can go to and change the style to
Ah,
ACS.
interesting.
Currently, it is not showing that style.
Hmm.
I have to go back to again. Maybe I have to download that. So
So,
if you select that ACS style, it will give the number. So it will write down as number one. And then what you can do is that it will connect with the footnote. You can add the footnote in the Microsoft Word, and then you can give the footnotes as well.
so what you're saying that all those styles you have to have them downloaded on your computer before
Yeah,
you can access them. Is that so?
there are some styles that are already there. EndNote includes the option of ACS, but currently you in Mendeley you have to download the ACS.
But EndNote is a paid subscription.
EndNote is
Subscription,
a
so
paid
you would have a
subscription. Yeah,
wider access to
yeah,
different types of style. That's good to know that
yeah,
you can download them if since they are not available.
yeah. So
Another question.
they are freely available and easily downloadable.
Yes,
So,
yes. Samra Ahsan says, if we can't get any other style, as some journal requires, can't we customize style in Mendeley or Zotero?
I don't think so. We can customize. There are thousands of styles over there, both in EndNote as well as in Mendeley.
Okay.
So
So,
you would
okay.
definitely find your required
Your
style
style. Okay. And what
over
is
there.
not there, you can always download it for free
Yeah.
and then install it into your citation manager, right? That's what
Yes.
you said. There's also a question about web of science or web of knowledge. I am not aware of this. Is used for direct import of citation from web to EndNote. But in
Yes.
Pakistan, I have not been able to access it. Please, if you could explain that.
Actually, Web of Science is not accessible to private institutions currently. If you go to University of the Punjab, you would be able to have access to Web of Science. So, or any other government institution, government sector university, you'll be able to access Web of Science. And then, if you have access to Web of Science, you can search for various citations. As you know that it is a citations database. So what you can do is that you can select citations and directly import as RIS files, and then you can directly import that RIS file into your softwares. Either
Hmm.
you are using reference, EndNote, Mendeley, or Zotero.
Hmm.
So the access is currently most of the private institutes do not have access to Web of Science.
Hmm.
So
Okay. So also, Usman Farooq has said that you can download them, but you can also integrate them into Microsoft Word and such programs. Like you said, there is an option for plugin.
yeah, plugin.
So that helps also. Farzana
I
Abba
would
ji.
I would just like to clarify that you can integrate that with Microsoft Word without any management software or with reference managers
Okay,
with or without.
great.
Yeah.
Uh, Farzana Abbas says when we install software like Mendeley, it makes changes on our system that is not advisable. I did not know that by some internet officials. Again, a very vague question, but did you understand what she's saying and what is the suitable way of getting these softwares?
It doesn't make any changes to
Yeah,
your
I
system,
didn't think
as far
so.
as I know.
Hmm.
I installed that a couple of days ago, and it didn't make any changes. So once you install the plugin, it adds a small plugin to your Microsoft Word, and once you install the
Hmm.
Web Importer plugin, it installs the extension
Hmm.
into your web browser, whichever you are using.
Okay, so that makes it easy either way.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
can use them either way. I think we are done with the questions. If there's no more, oh yes, there's one. I didn't understand that again. In the meantime, we have launched the poll. Please do give us answers so we can improve our sessions. In the meantime, there's a question: creating hyperlinks for citations on PowerPoint presentation. Which style is most appropriate to cite references in PowerPoint? I think it would be the style that your paper requires. Isn't that so,
Yes,
Farouk?
exactly.
So how to cite videos from different, that's a way of how to cite videos from different web sources.
Normally, what people do is that they only give URL on their
Yes,
PowerPoint presentations as well, and then they think that that's sufficient. So it's the way it depends that where you would be using that particular PowerPoint presentation.
absolutely,
For example,
absolutely.
if you are going to defend your PhD work,
Hmm.
or if you are going to defend your MPhil work, then probably according to that specific style, you have to give that
Hmm.
citations.
Hmm. That's true. I mean, you have to be consistent in your paper no matter what you do. And that's
Exactly.
how you keep on doing that. So we are nearly done. Benefits, no war, about EndNote and Mendeley and so on and so forth. But I think we covered it very well. Thank you so much, Farooq. We are nearly done with our polling as well. We are very thankful that you have been very kind in your polling. We will close the polling now and bid goodbye, just to say that again, I'm very thankful for a very robust response from all over Pakistan for these sessions. But we could only offer the flipped approach to our own faculty on campus by offering them an option to send us their responses. And that is how we restructure the webinar today, is on the basis of the responses we got from our faculty. But those of you outside FCC can start, ask questions, and we try to respond to as many questions as possible so that we know that it is a meaningful experience for you as well. We thank Farooq. Thank you so much. Your two sessions have really taught me a lot as well. And thank you for all of you that have been here with us today. Thank you. Bye bye.